From the Keno Sports Complex in beautiful Tucson, Arizona, some late-night USL League One action to keep you company as FC Tucson welcomes Fort Lauderdale to the desert. Sean St. Jacques here with you, excited for this one. Tucson ushering in a new era with a new head coach in interim man John Perlman. Fort Lauderdale, the best goal scorers in the league, looking to keep the good times rolling in Tucson. The fans are ready. John Perlman is ready. We're looking forward to this one tonight. A lot of fun stuff up ahead. Obviously, John Perlman looking for a win in his return as the FC Tucson man in charge, and Fort Lauderdale will look to stop him. Derek Korf has been one of the better players for Tucson this season. He's had a really good run of scoring form. He's a guy that can really rip apart the league when he is on. Former New York Red Bulls two-man has come to League One and has scored goals in bunches. He's been a guy that's been able to do a lot of different things in the attacking third to help out FC Tucson. And Josh Penn for Fort Lauderdale has done the same on the other side of things. He's scored in the last two games for Fort Lauderdale, and he will look to be a major impact player tonight for Darren Powell's side, looking for a road win away from home. These two, of course, met earlier this season. Fort Lauderdale got the better of FC Tucson. Josh Penn and company are looking to do it again to Tucson, this time on their home patch. We're looking forward to this one. Both teams really need it. Tucson ushering in a new era. Fort Lauderdale looking to keep on rolling at the top. It's Tucson. It's Fort Lauderdale. And the game is coming up next.
Let's be honest, the world has changed. Everything is done a little differently now. But what hasn't changed is the time that you spend with us is still amazing. And even though things have been tough, we're here to help you unwind. Sheraton Tucson, showing you that the good times are back. We can't wait to see you. So get ready. It's time to check in.
Isn't a bank ad, so we don't need to show you vague community stock footage. We can show you places you know and call home because we call them home too. When you manage your money with a credit union, you're taking true ownership of your finances and how your money impacts the community. Stop letting banking just happen to you. Bring your money home to Vantage West.
At defender, number 13, Frank Nodarse. At defender, number 32.
Military Appreciation Night here, 4th of July weekend in Tucson, Arizona. Sean St. Jacques back here with you. FC Tucson, moments away from battling it out with Fort Lauderdale CF here at the Keno Sports Complex in the desert. We're looking forward to this one. Obviously, the big news with John Perlman coming in to take over as the head coach, the interim head coach for the home side. Fort Lauderdale looking to beat FC Tucson for the second time running this season. We take a look at the starting lineups first for the interim coach, John Perlman, in his first game. The big addition, Toby Uzo gets his debut start right up top. The big 6'4" forward is going to look to make a big impact with Korf and Calixto off to his left and right, respectively. Dennis and Bedoya, along with Pena, a pretty formidable midfield with a lot of talent at the back as well. John Perlman has a lot to look forward to off the bench as well. Shaq Adams not getting the start tonight. We could see him later on the game. Again, we take a look at the flashback on this one. Of course, these two have met before. Tucson was able to take the lead early on. Great ball in behind. And a lovely finish as well with the right boot. The celebrations were there. And a scramble in the penalty area after the goalkeeper was able to just parry it outside and then the strike. What a goal that is from Sosa off the woodwork and into the back of the net. Nothing the goalkeeper could do about it. Fort Lauderdale were off and running. Here's their starting lineup. Darren Powell, brought to you by Reicher, has Harvey Neville, in the midfield, along with Escona and Poblowski. Of course, Undal, Curry, and Penn. A very dynamic trio up front. And Zamudio in goal against, again, this Darren Powell side. Great at scoring goals, the best in the league at doing so. We'll see if they can continue to do that tonight. Undal, along with Curry and Penn, have been a big part of that success in the final third. And Fort Lauderdale, of course, put 5 past Tucson when they met in Florida earlier this season. There's Uzo making his debut, 6'4" tall. He expects to be a big impact in multiple ways tonight for FC Tucson. And John Perlman said, listen, we have the guys. They're here. We know we can get back into the playoff mix. Tonight could be the start of Tucson really getting some points and possibly making a run up the table, because again, it's so tight from top to bottom in USL League One, and there's still a long way to go in the regular season. John Perlman was told and told us about it earlier this week. He said, our plan is to still make the playoffs. That is the goal. We know it's still very much within our grasps, and he's really made a point telling us the guys are here. We're thinking about making additions, but we think the guys here can turn it around. They've got a great crowd to try and start doing just that tonight in Tucson, Arizona. FC Tucson will be kicking off from right to left in their home blacks. Fort Lauderdale, in their dashing road whites, will defend from left to right. Our center referee tonight, William Hoffman, just making sure everything is ready to go. And Uzo kicks us off from Tucson, Arizona, as the John Perlman era is back underway in Arizona. Sean St. Jacques here with you, excited about this one. Tucson just 2 wins on the season so far. Fort Lauderdale in the top half of the table with 5 under their belt. Of course, a 5-1 victory last time these two got together earlier in the season. John Perlman told us earlier this week they want some revenge for that, but it starts with us. We can't worry as much about them. We got to get ourselves right. And obviously trying to send the fans home happy tonight. There'll be some post-game fireworks. That'll be good times, but they want to win on top of that as well. And they start off with a miraculous strike that hits the side of the bar. Goodness me. That gets the crowd going. What a start. And Fort Lauderdale are let off the hook inside a minute. Kalikstro in there trying to keep it alive. Lovely skill from Hundal. And now Fort Lauderdale, what can they do in response as Kona runs out of room on the far side? What an effort to start the game. A left-footed strike. Goalkeeper was beaten. Luis Zamudio not able to get a touch. And Tucson nearly had the dream start under interim head coach John Perlman. Of course, John Perlman has coached FC Tucson before, back in 2016-17 when they were in League Two. He had 18 wins in 28 matches. Just 7 defeats, 3 draws. And of course, he's been the VP of Soccer Operations and at one point was coaching the OKC under-23s as well. And here comes Derry Korf. This could be a big chance for Tucson. Korf couldn't quite split the defenders on the shot. Still not cleared though. Second chance. Ball sent out wide. And Frankie now looking for an opportunity. Brought down. And the assistant referee waves her flag. It's a free kick. Coach John Perlman told us it was a really good week of training. The boys bought in, obviously, telling us that, with a new coach in charge, they want to re-earn their position in the club and in the team. This is the shot that hit the bar just a few moments ago on the right sure replay. It's a bit of a scramble, and then just a magnificent effort from Charlie Dennis. And Derry Korf's reaction says it all. That looked like it was going in. What an effort from Dennis, and he's on the free kick now for Tucson. It's in a pretty dangerous ball. Tucson can recover and recycle. Calixto leaves it for Bedoya initially. Decent ball into the penalty area. Rosales would have headed only as far as Derry Korf. Korf whips one in, and Uzo, his first touch in a Tucson kit. And he couldn't quite hit the target. 6 foot 4 inches of him nearly was able to find the back of the net. And Tucson very much on the front foot. And we haven't even played 3.5 minutes. Right, your replay gives you another look. Korf with a sumptuous ball in. And Uzo showing you what he's capable of. Just couldn't quite hit the target. Uzo, two-time winner of the USL Championship Goal of the Year when he played for FC Tulsa. Recently played for FC Arizona as well. Coach was telling us earlier this week that they were willing to give him a chance earlier, but they just didn't find a space for him on the roster, and he had to kind of stay healthy, stay in shape. And Uzo got his chance. He got the call, and he gets the start tonight on debut. Rosales now for Fort Lauderdale. This is Penn. 2 goals in his last 2 games for Darren Powell's side. Tried to find Rosales on the overlapping run. A little bit of miscommunication now with Tucson at the back with Pena initially and Schenfeld, and it's cleared away. Here's Dennis, who just hit the woodwork about 3 minutes ago. Actually, about 4 now. It was inside a minute. Charlie Dennis would have been a wonder goal. Not to be. Uzo, using his physical strength, does well to hold up the play. That's what interim coach John Perlman wants. Now Calixto, surrounded by 3 Fort Lauderdale defenders. Trying to wriggle his way through. He keeps possession. Bedoya. Schenfeld now. Dennis, not the best touch. He does well to shield, though, and regain possession. Sends a lovely ball towards Korf, who's able to corral it, and then Rosales boots it out for a throw. Thrown in by Schenfeld. Uzo the target. Korf helping out. And Fort Lauderdale's back line does well to retrieve it. But the counterattack is snuffed down. Jordan Pena does a good job backtracking for Tucson. Tucson coming into the night 11th in the table. Fort Lauderdale coming into the night 4th in the USL League One standings. And a foul against Fort Lauderdale here, much to their chagrin. Challenge came in from Harvey Neville. Take another look at the right shoe replay. Skip past the first challenge. Neville, well, doesn't play the ball. So a free kick opportunity now for Tucson, with Bedoya sizing this one up. It's a searching ball for Uzo, and miscommunication at the back post. It was Kalen Fox who was in the area, and Uzo ended up impeding his teammates' progress. Another look here. Bedoya puts in another really good delivery. And Fox actually had the better angle on it, I think, and Uzo immediately knew he had made a mistake and apologized to his teammate. Of course, it is Uzo's first game, so you gotta work out those kinks from time to time. Uzo could try to get on the end of this here. It's headed into a dangerous area. Uzo showing some pace as well. It's a corner. Uzo does really well at Fort Lauderdale, arguing with the referee here. They're asking for a free kick, and I think at the very least a goal kick. They'll get neither.
Once again, make some noise.
William Hoffman, the center referee, leaves them to get back in position to defend this right sheer corner. Charlie Dennis, so good from set pieces for Tucson. Assessing his options as to where to put this. Good ball in towards the 6-yard box. Uzo was closest to it for Tucson. Pena climbing over the top to get it. And then just before Dakota Barnathan was able to get there, Fort Lauderdale come away. Now Fox on the chase. This is Neville. Neville puts in a searching ball towards the back post area. This is Edison Escona. Tried to find Pavlovsky initially. Now Neville picks it up. Little changing of the angle here to find Penn. Penn leaves it for Rosales. Good ball in by Rosales, and Escona maybe made the run a little too quickly there and then commits the foul. And that will alleviate the pressure that Fort Lauderdale had for a moment and pick up a needless yellow card in the end. Referee wasting no time going to the book. And Edison Escona has his name taken inside 10 minutes.
This Vantage West yellow card issued to number 28, Fort Lauderdale.
Another look on the right sheer replay here.
Edison Escona.
And this is not really necessary from Escona. Puts his arms in a position where it's deemed to be called. And he is booked for that challenge that we just saw a few moments ago. That yellow card brought to you by Vantage West. And now Tucson gets us back underway. Tucson have had the much better start here, although we just saw that first foray forward for Fort Lauderdale. They'll get a throw in here on the far side. 2-1 win against TFC2 last time out for Fort Lauderdale. They actually just faced the TFC2 3 times in a row. A loss, a win, and a draw. I'm sure they're happy to be playing somebody else this week. Ball taken away here in a decent position for Hundal to lead the attack. Escona now. Lovely step over. Can he get to the byline? He can't. Good backtracking and defensive work by Kalen Fox. It's a corner. Here's the injury report brought to you by Atletico Physical Therapy. None reported for Darren Powell's Fort Lauderdale. João Delgado remains out tonight for FC Tucson. Quarter taken short here by Neville. Lovely ball lofted in towards the back post, and it's just a whisker wide. It was just about on a plate. And Frank Nadarce nearly got on the end of that and put it on target. Well, he did get on the end of it. Did everything but come up with the accuracy required, to beat the goalkeeper. And in the end, Lapsley had it well covered. That's what Fort Lauderdale are capable of. And Penn scored in the 9th minute in the win over TFC2. Mitchell Curry scored the winner in the 89th minute in the 2-1 victory over Mike Munoz's side. Now Calixtro for the home side, Tucson, giving chase. And defensive work done very well there by Noah Allen to win a throw. 1-0 win, should say 1-0 loss, for FC Tucson against Union Omaha. 6th minute goal by none other than Greg Hurst ended up being the difference in that one. And then, of course, the last meeting between these two, a 5-1 defeat against Fort Lauderdale. Acosta scored young as well. Caputa and Fenton Evans had a brace. A 5-1 victory. 1 win and 2 losses all time for Tucson against Fort Lauderdale as Dennis Nearly found space. It was blocked. And that might have been handled, I think, by Noah Allen as he tried to clear it. And it's going to be a set-piece opportunity after Allen handles it. So a free kick just outside the penalty area here from a pretty good angle. It's basically a short corner for FC Tucson. Dennis, along with Bedoya, assessing what to do. Uzo, of course, has been a big target as they've expected him to be. Bardathan in there, Fox. A lot to aim at for Dennis, who looks poised. It is Dennis. We nearly curled it towards the goal. In the end, it's out for a goal kick. "14 minutes gone. Tucson have been well out on the front foot. Fans had something to cheer about right from the off. The shot from Dennis that hit the post inside just about 50 seconds. Best chance of the game so far. It happened in the blink of an eye. Fort Lauderdale have had a few chances. Most notably the header wide off a lovely service into the penalty area. I know Darcy just couldn't put on target. Uzo, good skill, and he's dragged down. Free kick. That's what he can do. He's agile as well. Toby Uzo. Tucson not going to waste any time here. This is Bedoya. Looking to switch fields into the path of Derry Korf. Schenfeld now. 2 goals to Derry Korf's name so far this season. Can do so many different things in the attacking third. Dennis, lovely. Uzo. And it's brought back as Dennis was fouled, and the advantage was not gained from Uzo chesting it down in the opposite direction. So Korf now joins the scene here for this set-piece opportunity, along with Bedoya. Dennis actually will head near the penalty area, it looks like. So Bedoya will step over this. Korf off to his right and receives it. Korf, good position here from Korf. A big block from Rosales. Korf knows it wasn't going to go out. Kept alive after Iscona tried to clear it. And then miscommunication allows the attack to break down. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official soccer ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Fort Lauderdale can alleviate the pressure through this free kick. This is Rosales with a good touch on the near side to control. Now Mabika sends it all the way out wide to Allen. Fox, defensive work from him, but Fort Lauderdale picks it back up here. And the ball forward, I think, just a little bit behind. Now Uzo does well initially to keep it alive for a second chance, but the defensive work there from Fort Lauderdale, they retrieve it. This year for Fort Lauderdale, 9 different goal scorers this year. Obviously, Hundel leads the way with 5 this season. And obviously 20 goals in League One. Most in the league coming into tonight, and they're second in the league with a 16% conversion rate. And they're tops in the league as well, coming in with over 5,400 passes this season as well. The touch through there by Hundel. Tucson able to regain possession with Hundel putting on some pressure, along with Mitchell Curry, who we haven't seen a ton from yet in the first 17 minutes and 55 seconds. Free kick will go Tucson's way here to alleviate some of the pressure. Interim coach John Perlman kind of told us the opposite. It's about that quality in the final third that's been lacking. They know they have it. It's in the squad. They just haven't been able to produce it. Wins have to start coming for them sooner rather than later. You see some of the scores there from earlier today. Richmond winning. A 0-0 draw mixed in there. Omaha leading by a 0-0 at the moment as well in the second half. Madison getting some revenge earlier this week on Revs 2 with a win at Breese Stevens Field. And we mentioned as well TFC 2 beating Tormenta by 2-1. Those two have seen each other quite a bit lately as well. Tied up between those two, I believe, at the moment. The season series, 2 apiece. And by the way, the TFC 2 Fort Lauderdale series, again, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat for each team. The aggregate score between those 3 games, 5-5. So it's about as even as it gets with these head-to-heads, and it's reflected in the table, that's for sure. It's so tight right now. It's why interim coach John Perlman told us earlier this week it's far from over. He said it might go to the last day, but we plan to be in the playoffs. And they've definitely played like they deserve to be there so far these first 19 and a half minutes. If you want to get in on the action, you still have time to get season tickets for the 2021 season. Visit fctucson.com/tickets to secure your seats today. Fans have got to enjoy the bright start to this game. A lot of action in the first 20 minutes. Fireworks after the game. Fireworks during the game at the moment. Korf could be in here for Tucson. Derry Korf keeps on going, and his shot is blocked. Still a chance. Mabika with 2 crucial interventions for Fort Lauderdale. It's still not dealt with. Boy, Derry Korf maybe could have thought about taking it with his left. He went onto his more favorable right boot. But a crucial block. Jaime Mabika was able to deny Tucson not once but twice defensively, number 4 in white. Tucson still have it, more patient through the build-up this time. Kaligstro. Dennis. Dangerous ball in. Uzo, though, dealt with by Mabika. It looks to be a little bit taller than Uzo, if that's possible. Now, Fort Lauderdale nearly had a chance to break out there. Mitchell Curry, who scored the winner last time out against TFC 2 in the 89th minute. Couldn't control it that time. Another look at the breakaway here from Korf on the right shoulder replay. For a moment, he had 2 chances really to shoot, but great job by Mabika to snuff it out defensively. Now Uzo. That battle between Uzo and Mabika is going to be fun to watch tonight. They've already started it off with some physical good play on both sides. Schenfeld spinning, but ends up losing it out of bounds. Penn defensively for Fort Lauderdale, that time on the near side. Mabika. Recontrolled by Pablowski initially. Now Escona. And the challenge took a deflection all the way back to the goalkeeper, Wallace Lapsley. Lapsley this season leads the league with 38 saves. The Tucson goalkeeper. Of course, John Perlman mentioned it and said, listen, we're not giving up goals because of Wallace Lapsley. He's been our saving grace this season. It's been our defense as a whole. That's got to be improved to try to give Wallace Lapsley less opportunities to have to bail us out. Anyone that's watched Tucson all season has seen some pretty good saves from Wallace Lapsley as well. Mabika invited into the midfield. Penn does well to recover, has options here. Penn to Escona. Wonderful touch from him. This is a really good ball in behind for Curry. Curry able to get to it before Lapsley. Escona. Oh, was the goal gaping there. A huge chance. But the ball just didn't roll into Escona's path. Lapsley committed, had to get there. He didn't. Escona did so well initially, and then the pass came in for Escona. Curry not able to find him after he did so well to beat Lapsley to it. Both teams now have had opportunities to open the scoring, but not to be, not yet. Bedoya. This is Charlie Dennis. Great run from Dennis, and he's hurled down just outside of the penalty area. And this is a dangerous position. And Pawlowski gets one last warning from the referee here. Next one could be a booking.
FC Tucson in the 24th minute.
This is in Dennis' range. He actually took the shot on that he hit the woodwork with from just a little bit further in from this position back in the first minute. Bedoya over this, along with Schenfeld and Dennis. This feels like Charlie Dennis territory. Dennis, well, it had the right shape on it, but too much behind it and out for a goal kick. He can really curl the ball, can he, Charlie Dennis? Lovely technique. Just too much on it. Tune in to ESPN2 Saturday, July 17th, as the USL on ESPN continues with the Mountain Division class, Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and the new Widener Field. Step into the national spotlight, welcoming San Antonio FC for a 2 p.m. Eastern matinee. Don't miss a second Saturday, July 17th, 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Definitely worth your time. Brendan Burke's done a fantastic job with the Switchbacks. They're starting to get back into form, and of course San Antonio always a factor in the Western Conference of the USL Championship. National exposure, always great for League One and for the championship. Neville now finds Rosales. This is Neville again. Pawlowski. Neville doing well to dictate some of the tempo here. Pass though cut out. It will stay with Fort Lauderdale. Neville with plenty of time to make a decision here, and he ends up giving it away. Now what can Tucson provide? Bedoya. The pass just about made it through to him. Schenfeld now. See there the possession stats. It's been largely Tucson on the front foot. They've created quite a few opportunities so far. Uzo, Dennis, Korf have had opportunities. On the other side is Kona, along with Curry. Have had a few half chances for Fort Lauderdale. Dennis's strike off the post, the best of the bunch. See, there's 7 shots to 1 in favor of the home side. So John Perlman has gotten a good start. Can they pay it off with a goal? Can they open the scoring? That's the next question to be asked. Great run by Korf initially. Couldn't find a teammate. Bedoya does well to keep it down. Pena keeps the possession with the home side. This is Dennis now. Poking it through for Calixtro. Good run here and a free kick one as well. Great balance from Noah Frankie. And it's a free kick. The two Noahs going at it. Allen comes up second best on that occasion.
Another FC Tucson free kick in the 29th minute.
Taken quickly here by Tucson. Oh, wonderful save. Second try, Calixtro. Not quite. Luis Zamudio had to be ready for it because nobody else was for Fort Lauderdale. And now they have a corner to defend.
And time for a Nova Home Loans corner kick.
Tucson not wasting a single moment here. Another good ball whipped in. Crucial header on the right shirt corner away. Only as far as Korf, and then booted away a second time. Now this is where Fort Lauderdale can be very dangerous. Rosales able to find Allen here on the counterattack. Dennis doing everything he can. Allen regains his balance to find his corner. And as Kona not able to quite get on the end of it, and Calixtro does very well to backtrack to at least get it away from the danger area for a moment. Now Neville. We poked it into a dangerous area, taken back by Bedoya. Tucson might not have the numbers here, though, when they're going to reset. Bedoya. Some space to run into here as you see Darren Powell looking on, the Fort Lauderdale head coach. His team has been able to weather the storm so far. Tucson have had the better of it in the first half an hour. Tucson on the attack again. Crucial challenge in there, Nodarse. Second opportunity. It's another good ball whipped in. Uzo. Zamudio drops it. Korf lines it up and goes for goal. And it's just wide. It did take a touch. Tucson will settle for a corner as Korf nearly hit the target. A right sure replay looks at it again, and a big swing and a miss by Allen to reset the play for Tucson, and then Zamudio probably should be coming up with that. Korf beat Rosales, but couldn't beat Zamudio. And Bedoya now with a corner. Brought to you by Right Sure on this near side. As Tucson continue to knock at the Fort Lauderdale door. Good ball towards the back post. Crucial header away. Now can Curry do his job, hold up the play here a little bit. He does well with it. Neville runs onto it. Lovely skill from Neville. Did it go out of play? It's going to be a free kick instead, I think. Or maybe it went out of play and it stays with Fort Lauderdale. And John Perlman asking the questions. Not convinced, but it's Fort Lauderdale's possession. Mabika. Good job to pick out that pass. Penn now with two Tucson defenders on him. He can't get past them. Schenfeld. After Barnathan was able to win it. Pena. This is Charlie Dennis now. Bedoya. Dakota Barnathan now. Lofted forward onto this near side. Schenfeld for Korf. Derry Korf now. This is Bedoya now for FC Tucson. Lovely threading of the needle for Korf, who could tee this one up. Korf goes for goal. And in the end, he sends it soaring into the night sky. That's what Derry Korf can do, though. Gets in good positions to make an impact, and he thinks, he can tell he can do better with that, and he knows it. But again, good attacking play from FC Tucson. Tucson wins it back here with Pena. On the counterattack they come. Korf's in a good position again. And it's in! Oh! The goalkeeper's missed it. Zamudio with a howler. And Derry Korf opens the scoring for Tucson. His third of the season. And John Perlman's era in charge begins with a 34th minute goal from Derry Korf. 1-0 to the home side. A right-shore replay worth celebrating for the home side. Korf, to be fair, it's a decent effort, but Zamudio should be doing better with that. He'll expect to save it. Tucson don't care how it comes. It swerved, but it should have been saved. And Derry Korf celebrates a 1-0 lead for Tucson. It's the area of the field where he's always so dangerous. And John Perlman, in his first game back in charge, has his side off and running. That goal by Derry Korf, brought to you by Cicharo. And the fans are loving it here in Tucson, Arizona. Derry Korf now the team leader in goals with 3. Breaking the tie at the top with Charlie Dennis and the injured João Delgado. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. Tucson got the goal they deserved just moments ago. Derry Korf, his team leading third of the season. And John Perlman's return to the coaching position is off to a good start. Mabika now as Fort Lauderdale look to pick up the pieces. And a poor pass by Nodarse gives it back to Tucson. Fort Lauderdale with some pressure. Curry and Penn picking up the extra effort. Forcing Schenfeld back. Schenfeld dallying a little bit on the ball. Now Fox in a little bit of a dangerous position here. Boy, that was developing into trouble. It's not quite dealt with though. Rosales has a few options if there's some movement. Ascona trying to get into a position. Pawlowski resets. Might have been a foul there. Fort Lauderdale were looking for one. Referee will bring this back. Calixto gets a talking to from our center referee tonight, William Hoffman. Free kick for the roadside. You see there, third time Tucson have scored this season. First. 1 win and 1 draw. And Fort Lauderdale, when conceding first, have never gotten any points. See if those numbers change. Rosales. Pass picked off by Bedoya. Dennis did well to stride across midfield initially, then lost track of it. This is Derry Korf, the goal scorer for Tucson. Bedoya. Oh, was kept alive there and still kept alive. Lovely play there on the far side. Now it's picked up again. And then the shot comes in and Zamudio watches it go over the top. Well, it was all Noah Frankie there. Kept it alive, got an extra touch into space and then nearly hit the target. This is great extra effort from the defender And on the right show replay, it's not a bad effort at all and worth testing Zamudio after he let in Korf's effort moments ago. But he couldn't hit the target. Tucson again in the ascendancy here. And the pass leaves a lot to be desired in the end as Noah Allen will babysit it out for a goal kick. Zamudio. Uzo adding a little bit of pressure, forcing Fort Lauderdale out of their own end, and they give it away, but not before a free kick and a yellow card for Noah Frankie. Well, we just saw him make a phenomenal individual effort. He's now in the referee's book.
Yellow card, number 15. Noah Frankie.
John Perlman having a talk with Frankie, bringing Calixto into the conversation as well. He's got to be happy to see the confirmation of the Noah Frankie booking. John Perlman's got to be happy so far with the way his team has responded. On the right show replay here, you see, ooh, that was not a good challenge from Frankie on Josh Penn, worthy of a booking. Josh Penn just got back to his feet, it looks like, after winning the free kick.
We are in the 40th minute.
Ooh, some pressure here from Bedoya. Nelson Escona was able to wriggle his way out of trouble and win a free kick before it got a little dicey there for Fort Lauderdale. Zamudio will be hoping to put that mistake behind him as the match goes on. Even at this level, you rarely see that. Ball just kind of slipping through his gloves. To be fair, it did take a little bit of a dip and swerve, but even at this level, you expect the goalkeeper to make the save. Not enough power, you would think, to beat him. But at the moment, it's the difference in the game with just over 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go at the end of this first half. Noah Allen in the attacking third now for Fort Lauderdale. Oh, he has some help here. This is a brilliant run. Fort Lauderdale could be in. Oh, a crucial challenge. Kalen Fox just about got enough on it to keep it out. Now Korf on the attack on the counter. Charlie Dennis, plenty of space to run into. He could take this on. Dennis, wonderfully done. Oh, and he hits the other post. Incredible. The left-booted strike in the first minute hit the left post, and a brilliant right-footed strike hit the right post 40 minutes later. You can't make it up. Tucson again on the attack. Bedoya. Two brilliant attacks from Dennis just by himself tonight. Bedoya wins a free kick. And now Escona. Actually, he's the one that's on the yellow. He has to be careful here, and the referee is telling him that. Remember, he was booked for a pretty meaningless challenge very early on in the first half, and on the right show replay, you just see another marvelous run from Charlie Dennis. Did everything right, and then he had Zamudio beat a second time, but the post denies him, this time on the right side of the net. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Here's Fox. Calixto. Oh, he could have done better with that. Much to the chagrin of Noah Frankie, who was making a good run off to his right. And Calixto couldn't find him. Fans getting into it here. It's been a vibrant first half. A good response in John Perlman's first half back in charge. Charlie Dennis. Lovely ball in behind. Calixto couldn't find a way through to Uzo, who was lurking in the penalty area. Fox. Cut out by Neville. Neville again, then a free kick given away by Bedoya. Quickly back into play for Darren Powell's side. This is Azcona. Here's Penn. Curry. Harvey Neville. Now Rosales. Hundel. Gets it back. Hundel, well played, and the shot is skied way out of here and over the top. But that's much better from Fort Lauderdale. Azcona started it, and he nearly finished it for the roadside. That's what the top scoring team in the league can do. Just couldn't put it on target. Schenfeld, final 30 seconds of the first 45 here in Tucson, Arizona. Derry Korf's goal off of the Zamudio mistake. The difference so far. Here's Schenfeld with some room to work with. Here's Bedoya.
1 minute of stoppage time.
Uzo with some good hold-up play. Korf, the goal scorer. Korf again. Heard the announcement of 1 added minute inside the stadium of stoppage time at the end of the first half, brought to you by Reicher. Fort Lauderdale looking to use that minute to their advantage. However, Mitchell Curry is deemed to be offside. Good finish, though, to the half for Fort Lauderdale, to be fair. They're starting to get more and more on the front foot. Mitchell Curry, who scored the winner last time out, nearly was in again to get another. Final few moments at the end of a very entertaining first half. And the whistle blows for halftime in Tucson, Arizona. Fans, I'm sure, will enjoy it. Derry Korf certainly did. Got a bit of stroke of luck on the Zamudio mishap. And his third goal of the season, which leads the team, has Tucson out in front at the half. Halftime score brought to you by Reicher is FC Tucson 1, Fort Lauderdale 0. We're looking forward to the second half from this one. FC Tucson were on the front foot. Heck, Charlie Dennis got very acquainted with the woodwork, hit both posts in the first half. Derry Korf opened the scoring for Tucson, and we're looking forward to the second half. At the half, it's FC Tucson 1, Fort Lauderdale 0. The halftime is next.
Kick off your shoes and go barefoot with us. Laugh with us. Yes, girl, with us. Surprise with us. Good times with us. Celebrate you with us. Strike a pose with us. Swap with us. Sip barefoot wine with us. Put down your phone and relax with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
Lately, we've all faced difficult choices. We sacrifice. We choose to stay home, to connect, not to be stuck in our fears. And when we choose each other, life gets better. We choose to be here when you need us, to support you during hard times. We choose strength and hope. We choose you.
Mexico's more than a country. It's a feeling. Wherever you feel Mexican, there is Mexico. It could be in the middle of LA or in the middle of nowhere. It's in our blood. Don't waste time trying to hide it. It's too big, too strong. This is who we are. Let's celebrate it. Tecate. Mexico is in us.
Let's take a look back at some fun action from earlier this week in USL League One. Obviously, forward Madison in action beating Revs 2, but also Tormenta and TFC 2 meeting for the fourth time this month. They've got well acquainted with each other. It was a Noble Okello PK in the 45th minute to open the scoring for TFC 2. 10 minutes later, second half, Tormenta, in the meantime, a big opportunity. They wanted this man, Liati, to get going. Tormenta haven't been able to enough, it seems like. Caleb Patterson-Sewell, been a coach/player for them this season, makes the save. Then TFC 2 on the attack again. It ends up falling for Carlini, who slots it home off the post to make it 2-0 to Mike Munoz's side. 10 minutes passed from the first goal that went in, and Carlini doubles the money for Toronto FC 2 in the 55th minute. Tormenta again trying to attack, get one back to get into this game, but again, Patterson-Sewell was able to make the save. Again, Tormenta knocking at the door. Ian Cameron's side trying to get a road back into the game. Micheletto with another big-time save. 8 saves on the night for Patterson-Sewell, rising to the occasion. Then in the 76th minute, Rodney Michael, first start for Tormenta, scores the goal with his head to get the Tormenta side back into the game with just under 15 minutes to go. You thought maybe Ian Cameron's side would be able to get back into the game. They couldn't do it. They had another chance late. What do you think was going to happen? Patterson-Sewell makes the save. Tormenta falls to Toronto FC 2 by 2-1. Now we take a look back at the month of June and some of its fantastic finishes in League One action.
Tucson Pride Veterans Project serves the LGBTQ+ and allied veterans community of Southern Arizona through education resource referrals, peer support, community service, and recreational activities.
Possibly on the verge of the second of the season here. Not if Curtis Storr has anything to say about it. Endline in front. We're not going to have that scoreless draw tonight. Micheletto goes ahead with a 1-0 lead for Tormenta.
Chattanooga, Juan Galindrez weaves it side, fires a shot, Galindrez takes the lead again for Chattanooga! He's done it again! Juan Galindrez 2 weeks ago gave the Red Wolves the lead at home, and Galindrez finds it again. Bench for this is coming forward, Dietrich, into the 18, Jackson Dietrich fires a shot, it sputters around, and it's going to be tapped in! Juan Galindrez, second goal of the game in his third potential game winner of the season. This man loves drama.
This is played through. Penn! It's loose and it's in! Fort Lauderdale has the lead! It's poked home by Mitchell Curry!
Hey everyone, this is Oscar Jimenez from Louisville City FC.
Hi, my name is Carl Howard. I currently play for the Indy 11.
What's up everybody? It's Connor Sparrow with the Miami FC.
Josué Soto checking in here. Austin Bold FC.
Hello guys, this is Luis Herrera from El Paso Locomotive. Just wanted to share with you guys my favorite soccer moment, and that will be the day I made my professional debut for El Paso, which is my hometown.
Anderson swings it in. Barry making the run, gets a deflection. He puts it in. Colorado Springs has its lead. And the save from Cardoni. It's there, and Cardoni with a huge save. Beautiful ball through, and that's in.
Brilliant.
time when I went traveling through the night, when I woke up to my surprise, saw a sliver of big, big sky.
Let us refresh our story. We are Tecate, born and brewed in the land we share our name with, Tecate, Baja California. Made to the same quality recipe since 1944, with ingredients de aquí y de allá. A truly Mexican-American beer. Tecate. Mexico's in us.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you at the half between Tucson and Fort Lauderdale. Let's take a look now at the League One news and notes. How about the USL Championship scoring its 10,000th goal on Saturday? League One has a little bit of work to do. 746 entering Saturday. Really cool stat there. JT Camara, an assist and a game-winning goal for North Carolina. Their first win on Friday. Big win for the team currently at the bottom of the table. And obviously, John Perlman, the assistant, should say the now interim coach, being named for FC Tucson. Camara named to the Player of the Week and on the Team of the Week for USL League One this week as well. Aaron Malloy, Ryan Spalding, Toyama as well. A lot of different teams getting some recognition. Of course, tough to not go with Greg Hurst and Damian Rivera from Omaha and Revs 2 as well. Here are your goal leaders entering today. Greg Hurst obviously scored. He has 7 goals now through 11 matches. Garrett McLaughlin with 5 goals for TFC2. Hundal so far with 5 as well. We'll look forward to seeing more from him in the second half for Fort Lauderdale. Goals against leaders. We take a look at the top goalkeepers in the league. No surprise to see Rashid Nuhu, Philip Brino on there as well. Joe Rice from Revs 2 has been great this season as well. The scoreboard just went final in Omaha. Chattanooga tried to knock at the door late, but 10-man Omaha come out with a 1-1 draw. Richmond beating North Texas, who are sputtering at the moment, by 3 goals to 2. 0-0 between Tormenta and North Carolina. Marco Micheletto actually missed a penalty, believe it or not, in that game, and Forward Madison got some revenge on New England Revolution 2 with a win at home. And we take a look at the Sheraton upcoming schedule. Revs 2 and TFC 2 on Friday. Greenville and Revs 2 on Sunday. That should be a fun one as well. Chattanooga take on Tucson at the weekend as well. Greenville, North Carolina, North Texas trying to get back on track, welcoming in Carl Craig's Flamingos of Forward Madison. A lot of good stuff to look forward to there. We look forward to the highlights and stats from the first half coming up next.
Physical therapy is usually the thing you're told to do after medication, x-rays, or even surgery. But what if the best way to fix your aches and pains is to start where you normally finish? At Athletico, our therapists, the same ones who work with world-class athletes and professional dancers, can transform your pain before it progresses to something worse. Because the sooner you start with physical therapy, the sooner you can start changing everything. And it all starts here with no prescription needed at Athletico. Schedule your free assessment today.
Let's be honest, the world has changed. Everything is done a little differently now. But what hasn't changed is the time that you spend with us is still amazing. And even though things have been tough, we're here to help you unwind. Sheraton Tucson, showing you that the good times are back. We can't wait to see you. So get ready. It's time to check in.
This isn't a bank ad, so we don't need to show you vague community stock footage. We can show you places you know and call home because we call them home too. When you manage your money with a credit union, you're taking true ownership of your finances and how your money impacts the community. Stop letting banking just happen to you. Bring your money home to Vantage West.
Back here on the Right Shore halftime report, Sean St. Jacques here with you. Tucson leading Fort Lauderdale by a goal to nil. Derry Korf's effort in the first half separates the sides. As we take a look now at the first half highlights from this one that sees interim coach John Perlman's side ahead, brought to you by Right Shore. Here, Tucson on the front foot from the get-go, 4th minute. This is just moments after Charlie Dennis hit the woodwork for the first time. Derry Korf picks it up in a pretty dangerous position. He's been very involved in this first half. Whips in a really good ball, and the new man, Toby Uzo, got on the end of it but couldn't hit the target. 8 minutes later, Fort Lauderdale started to get a little bit more of a foothold in the game. It's a lovely ball into the penalty area, and the header down by Nadarse did not hit the target. 29th minute now. Tucson again starting to really build. They took this free kick really quickly, and the only player that reacted was Zamudio off the Calixto effort, and he was able to deny him at the near post off a really good feed by Bedoya. And then 5 minutes later, 34th minute, Pena got it started for FC Tucson. It was a decent ball whipped in. Derry Korf and the goalkeeper Zamudio, it has to be said, should have done a little bit better there. Korf, though, won't care. Neither will FC Tucson. And that goal separates the sides at the moment. Korf's 3rd of the season, and he leads Tucson's goal-scoring attack at the moment. 42nd minute. Still some drama at the end of this first half. Charlie Dennis, who hit the post on the left side in the first minute, hits the right post 40 minutes later with the right boot. He couldn't believe it. Frankly, nobody watching could believe it either. He could have a collision course with the crossbar potentially in the second half. It keeps going that way. Halftime stats here from this one. 13 shots to 3 in favor of the home side. 3 shots to nothing in favor on shots on target for Tucson as well. Possessions come down a little bit. It got up into the 60s at one point for Tucson in the first half. A booking apiece as well as Kona for Fort Lauderdale. Frankie, quite a pretty good first half for Tucson, also in the referee's book and worth keeping an eye on as the second half continues. William Hoffman sets the ball down. Tucson, in the first game with John Perlman in as interim head coach, have the lead, although we saw a lot better stuff from Darren Powell's Fort Lauderdale Club de Football towards the end of the first half. Of course, you can see the scenes here. It's Military Appreciation Night, 4th of July weekend. Red, white, and blue out the bunting, as you can see there in the stands. Great crowd on hand tonight at the Keno Sports Complex in always scenic Tucson, Arizona. Teams just getting back out onto the field. Teams will obviously switch sides at the start of this second half. Tucson trying to avenge a 5-1 defeat to Fort Lauderdale in Florida earlier this season. Darren Powell's side, despite, again, getting a little bit more into the game at the end of the first half, still have it all to do in the second 45 minutes. Charlie Dennis and company know that there's still a long way to go. They need to start getting some wins together. John Perlman told us earlier this week they're in a good position, and they haven't lost when leading and scoring the first goal, I should say more specifically, this season. Although, to be fair, this is only the 3rd time they have scored the opening goal.
Welcome them back to the field. Your very own
Charlie Dennis has been well acquainted with the woodwork tonight. He'll look to be poised to possibly add to Tucson's lead.
At the start of the second half,
Mitchell Curry will kick us off, with Tucson now going from left to right on your screens in their home blacks. Darren Powell sure had a lot to say to his boys at halftime, but had to be encouraged with what he saw, the response towards the end. Maybe the last 20 minutes or so, despite more chances from Tucson during that stretch, Fort Lauderdale grew a lot more into the game. And to be fair as well, the goal was off a very rare mistake that you don't see very often at this level from the goalkeeping position. However, it is deserved for Tucson. They've been the better team so far. Sean St. Jacques here with you, excited to bring you this second half in USL League One on ESPN+. Hope you're enjoying your 4th of July weekend we appreciate you spending some of it with us. Rosales watches it go out of play. Fort Lauderdale have a throw. Frank Nadarce, who actually nearly hit the target off a header from a ball sent into the penalty area in the first half. He's on it again then, sends it back to Zamudio. See if Zamudio can atone for his error that's led to the opening goal. It was scored in the 34th by Derry Korf. This is Ascona. Not a bad effort over the top, but too close to Wallace Lapsley. And then Uzo, the new signing. Good hold-up play to find Dennis. Now Derry Korf. Back to Dennis. Dennis returns the favor to Korf! And Zamudio does atone. That's a magnificent save. And Derry Korf will have to settle for a corner. Another look at the replay here, brought to you by Right Shirt. This is lovely give-and-go stuff between Dennis and Korf thought, why not? And Zamudio makes up for his earlier error. It's a magnificent strike, but an even better save from Luis Zamudio. Corner now for Tucson, who again pick right up where they left off. Rosales at the near post sweeps it away. Only as far as Pena, though. And Fort Lauderdale do force it all the way back to Lapsley. Well, Lapsley has to be careful here. He's giving it away to Ascona. It could be a mistake here. Oh my! It's 1-1! Both goalkeepers have made crucial errors here, and Edison Ascona equalizes for Fort Lauderdale. Their league-leading 21st goal of the season, and it's one each in the desert. Edison Ascona's second goal of the year, and on the right shoulder replay, Lapsley, I think, was expecting to find Schenfeld. He looked the wrong way and had no chance as Ascona placed it perfectly to beat the goalkeeper. One each after each goalkeeper has made a mistake. Remarkable. And Tucson have it all to do again. Goodness gracious. Dennis, can they reply immediately here? It's still Charlie Dennis. Korf. Can Korf sweep it in? He just about did. It's still not dealt with. Dennis will take aim! And Zamudio down to his left makes the save. Well, now this game is really starting to heat up. Another look here at the right shoulder replay. Great build-up play again from Derry Korf. The header initially by Mabika, and then the shot from Dennis, which Zamudio was much more comfortable with than he was earlier. You don't always see the game even out as it has tonight. Both goalkeepers essentially handing gifts to the opposite side. And we're back where we started, one apiece. Korf and then Ascona. It's given away here. Uzo trying to use his pace, and the defensive work there from Pawlowski was good initially, but it's Korf who picks it back up here. Derry Korf and Rosales did everything right, and he's kept it in play as well. Assistant referee on the near side didn't do anything initially, but now the referee brings it back, and Rosales, who was initially deemed to have kept that in play, concedes a corner.
It's another Nova Home Loans corner kick.
Derry Korf, who actually nearly scored before that goal went in from Ascona, was denied by Zamudio. He now looks to get on the end of this right shore corner here for Tucson. Korf is down in the penalty area here. The referee blew his whistle. Maybe because it's a possible head injury, but then what do we make of a potential foul here? No point to the penalty spot. Now the referee is looking to sort this out. Hundal was being summoned by the referee for a moment. And Curry now getting a talking to as well, but I think it's just the stoppage because there was a head injury potentially for Korf. But nothing else, a bizarre moment there. We'll try it again off the set piece. And it comes, Fox got ahead to it. It was blocked and cleared by Fort Lauderdale. And Pena will backtrack for the home side. I showed you earlier, Fort Lauderdale has actually not gotten a point when they've conceded first this season. They have found a response off the mistake by Wallace Lapsley, who you just never see make an error like that. Coach John Perlman will tell you that as well, as Charlie Dennis is fouled as he tried to find Derry Korf over the top. Josh Penn will be summoned here. And he will get one last talking to, I guess, as well from the referee. There's been a few last talks, it seems, from the referee tonight. Tucson now off the set piece. Dennis, central header for Calixtro. It's headed out initially by Nodarce, not quite dealt with. Penn able to smuggle it away. Curry now on the counter, and he's fouled by Pena. FC Tucson fans, the men in black are back at Keno North Stadium on the 17th of July. They'll take on Revs 2. Make sure to visit fctucson.com/tickets for information about the different ticket options. Revs 2 are starting to make some noise. Clint PA's side in USL League 1. They did just lose the other night to Forward Madison, although that was a bit of a revenge game for Carl Craig and company after Revs 2 won at Breese Stevens earlier this season by 2-0. I believe Jake Keegan scored the winner in the rematch. That's the beautiful part of this league. It's so competitive. I think many would still say Omaha and Greenville only just might be the upper echelons in this league, but there's not a wide margin. I think any coach in the league will tell you that. John Perlman said as much earlier this week. It's wonderfully done here by Harvey Neville initially. And it's cleared away by Tucson. He got ahead of steam there, Neville. Now Allen. Harvey Neville, of course, the son of Inter Miami head coach, former Man United and Everton great Phil Neville. Chance here for Fort Lauderdale. Curry on the turn, and he couldn't hit the target. But Fort Lauderdale are starting to grow in the ascendancy a bit more in this game. Again, last time Fort Lauderdale were here, this script was pretty similar. Take a look real quick at the right shore replay. Much better from the roadside. Hundal in behind, and then Curry, who scored the winner last time Fort Lauderdale were in action, nearly gave them the lead again. It was Tucson who took the lead around this time in the game last year, as far as minutes, and then Fort Lauderdale came back with 2 late goals to snatch all the points. So far, that script has held up. There's still a lot of time for twists to the tail. Frankie now, not able to control it around Allen. Kalikstro doing all he can to keep that alive. Hundel, we haven't seen a ton from tonight. Misses out against Derry Korf. Korf scored the first. He keeps on going. Korf with a wonderful run, and he couldn't quite find Dennis as Allen cuts it out at the vital moment. Now Rosales. Uzo does well to win it back for Tucson. Great first touch passing until Korf couldn't find Dennis, and the offside flag goes up against Mitchell Curry, much to his chagrin. It's flowing now. You can take a look there. Second half goals. That's almost half of Fort Lauderdale's total have been in the second half this season. 5 for Tucson. There's still a long, long way to go, and a lot can happen. It's the beauty of this league. Darcy concedes the throw. Darcy got on the end of one in the first half. Now defending with Pena on it for Tucson. Charlie Dennis, who's done everything but score tonight for the home side. He's hit both posts. See there as well, interesting with the second half goals conceded as well. 6 for Tucson, a dozen for Fort Lauderdale. Dennis. Dennis is fouled. It's brought back as Korf. Tried to wriggle his way through, didn't gain an advantage. And this is in a dangerous position now for Tucson. Fort Lauderdale had 12 goals conceded in the second half, second most in the league. Behind South Georgia Tormenta. They have this set piece to deal with. Neville and his corner asking a few more questions of the referee. Derry Korf is poised, it looks like, although Bedoya and Fox are near it. Dennis makes his way into the penalty area. Could Derry Korf possibly create something from this? What can he do from roughly 25 yards out? There's about 5 in the main part of the wall, and then just a couple of hanger-offs off the side. Derry Korf strikes it. Oh, it wasn't a bad effort, but I think Zamudio knew it was going to go wide. Good effort from Derry Korf, who scored once already tonight. On the right sure replay, good angle of it here. It dipped, but didn't swerve enough. On the right sure replay, Zamudio ended up not needing to make a touch. Uzo. Here's Allen for Fort Lauderdale now. Rosales. This is Noah Allen. Couldn't get past Kalikstro. And it looks like there's going to be a substitution here. And actually, that's going to be Giovanni Kalikstro's last action of the evening, as he will be withdrawn by interim coach John Perlman here. And in his place is the always dangerous Shaq Adams. You'd expect him to start most games, Shaq Adams, but he's only going to get some minutes in the second half tonight, and currently, I should say, should be potentially a big factor in this game down the stretch. One of the players that John Perlman was excited to coach When he was given the interim job, he mentioned Shaq Adams and what he can do, the quality he possesses with his pace and with his ability to get into good positions to make things happen, whether it's scoring goals or getting teammates involved. Right sure substitution confirms Adams in, Calixtro is out. As Fort Lauderdale regain possession. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XMFC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access show featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week along with the action from the MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XMFC channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Meanwhile, Schenfeld booked by the referee here during that last sequence. That's 2 defenders now in the referee's book for FC Tucson now.
Yellow card for number 19, Maxi Schenfeld.
Confirmation of Maxi Schenfeld's yellow card. Neville to take this free kick for Fort Lauderdale. Comes up a little bit short. Derry Corf had it for a moment. Neville did a good job following up. And then didn't do so good following up on the second attempt. And he's going to be booked for that challenge. The referee's trying to walk him down here. Calixtro, I should say, pardon me, Schenfeld was the one who was fouled, and Harvey Neville will have his name taken.
Yellow card, number 6, Harvey Neville.
65th minute here, 1 apiece as you see the Vantage West yellow card confirmed for Harvey Neville. Both goals scored off of goalkeeping mistakes. Zamudio couldn't corral Derry Corf's effort back in the 34th minute. And then in the 48th, Wallace Lapsley dwelled too long on the ball. Gave it away to Edison Azcona, who slotted it past him as he tried to recover to level the scoring. Ball floated over the top. Corf on a second try. Uzo helping out. Derry Corf was trying to wriggle his way through. A few shouts from the crowd for a foul. It's not been given. Oh, Hundal, fantastically done. A bit of a Maradona turn. Ball flicked on here. Penn. And Penn wasn't able to corral it as Kona tried to help Penn, trying to get it back. And as Kona couldn't reach it before Fox thumped it away. Now Mabika. Still feels like there's a few more twists and turns potentially still in store for us tonight. Fort Lauderdale have certainly grown more into this game. Tucson, to be fair, could have scored 3 or 4 in the first half. The one they scored was probably the least likely of them to go in. You could argue the same for Fort Lauderdale. But now an attack opportunity here. Pawlowski cut off by Dennis. Dennis trying to hold back Azcona, the goal scorer. Pawlowski. This is Noah Allen. Neville making a run in behind. And he's dispossessed by Fox. When Uzo, if he controlled that, there might have been a break on for Tucson. Not to be. Rolls all the way back to Luis Zamudio. Darsa. Give it away. Shaq Adams, his first touch. Oh, it's given away here by Tucson. Ascona, he slipped on the way through. It was blocked by Dakota Barnathan. It's still not dealt with. It could fall for Ascona, and it nearly fell for Penn. And it's cleared away by Frankie. Now, Fort Lauderdale recycle it. Uzo was appealing to the referee for a foul there. Referee waves it away. Darsa now over to Mabika. Mabika just kind of pokes it over the top. Curry's offside. And the attack breaks down for Fort Lauderdale. Another look at the right shoe replay here. This is Adams. It nearly led to the chance here for Ascona. In the end, he slipped at the vital moment, and Barnathan didn't know much about it, I think. Didn't have to move. And he ends up heading it away, or maybe the ball got to him first. I'm not sure if the ball can head somebody else, but it looked like that more than the other way around. Meanwhile, Tucson with a corner. A right shirt corner, and Bedoya looking to put the right touch on this set piece.
It's another Nova Home Loans corner kick as we near the 70th minute.
Can Tucson regain their lead that they lost about 20 minutes ago? It's a pretty dangerous ball in, and it nearly fell for Fox after it skimmed over the top. Darsa was able to get a touch. Fox with a good ball in, and the header is down into the lap of Zamudio. It was Uzo who got a really good touch onto it. And Zamudio was perfectly placed as Darsa is still down. Worth another look on the replay brought to you by Right Sure here. Fox did such a good job recovering. And, oh, Uzo did so well to get over the top. But he couldn't find the back of the net. Again, Zamudio comes up with the save. Fort Lauderdale here now. Can they turn this around? Neville. Loading it brilliantly to this near side, finding Allen. Allen floating it over the top. Schenfeld heads it out of play. It's a throw-in for Darren Powell's side. 20 minutes to go here. And you feel it's still very much anyone's game in Arizona. Rosales. Oh, it was on a plate potentially for Curry. Lapsley took a tough shot on it, I think. It's not dealt with yet. Hundal wins a corner. Lapsley took a moment there, I think, to recover after it took a deflection and hit him. Fort Lauderdale now with a set-piece opportunity. Noah Allen lines it up. Ascona comes for the short option if needed. Noah Allen will use it. Ascona tries a different angle here with Neville. Neville puts in a searching ball. Darsa got on it initially. Header to keep it alive by Mabika. This is Josh Penn, who scored in each of the last two Fort Lauderdale games. Can he score again here? It's Penn. He goes for it. It might have took a little bit of a deflection on the way through. It did. It's a corner. More good attacking play, in Tucson for the first time all night have been consistently on the back foot here. Chance here on the corner for Fort Lauderdale. Towards the back post, and it was a good header. But it ends up going wide. I think it was Nodarsa again who got his head to it. It was, but he couldn't hit the target. Another look at the right shore replay here. And it's just off to the right. Great ball in by Neville. Nodarsa couldn't come up with the goods. Throw in now for Tucson as they try to push forward here for a go-ahead goal. But before they do, we have a substitution. See there, looks like a couple of changes upcoming for Tucson here.
Into the game, Beneferio replacing Danny Korf.
Korf will be removed. Manuel Ferriol will come on. So Korf and Bedoya were withdrawn. Ferriol on, Alex Knox on. Both substitutions brought to you by Right Shore. Shaq Adams on the attack for Tucson. Tucson continue to push here. Ball is floated in towards Uzo Allen. What? Not a convincing touch. It's out for a throw. Tucson could be in with a chance. Dennis chasing it down. Adams. Ferriol, who's just come on. Oh, sensational! He deked out the defender and finished with aplomb. The substitute's first action is a go-ahead goal for Tucson, and Manuel Ferriol restores the lead for the home side. 2-1 with 15 minutes to play. You talk about cool, calm, and collected. The goal brought to you by Cicharo. And Manuel Ferriol with some spectacular plays. You'll see on the Right Shore replay. A bit of street football, if you will. A deke and a delightful finish. Tucson deservedly back in front. At least on the total balance of play. And that's got to bring a smile to interim coach John Perlman's face, although there's still time to go. But wonderfully done by Manuel Ferriol. His second goal of the season. Again, brought to you by Cicharo. Lapsley had a little bit of trouble with that initially. Azcona out wide. Hundal kind of fell down there in the penalty area. And it's cleared upfield now. Chance to chase. Initially was an opportunity for Uzo. As Kona. Frankie now. Now Neville. Still time for Fort Lauderdale to regain their position in this game. Tucson win it back. Frankie does really well against Allen. Can he keep it in? He cannot. United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism program, visit uslsoccer.com. As you see a Fort Lauderdale change here, Drew Harden on. And Poplawski makes way on the right shirt. Substitution. Frankie now. Knox. First touch from the substitute, Harden. Coach Darren Powell was beaming about him during the preseason chat we had with him. About his capabilities for the future. See if he can make an impact in the latter stages. Knox able to keep that in play. Tucson have numbers if they hurry here. Knox moving forward. Crucial challenge at the back. Now Darsa was there and actually wins a free kick in the process. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USLW League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, W League is set to begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to uslwleague.com to learn more. As Kona scored Fort Lauderdale's first off a mistake from Wallace Lapsley. Now Noah Allen. 10 minutes to go at the moment. Ferriol's goal, the difference in this game. A lovely finish. Uzo with the hold-up play. Now Frankie. And Charlie Dennis is dragged down by Harden. Athletic Brewing Company believes you shouldn't have to sacrifice your ability to be healthy, active, and at your best to enjoy great beer, so they created their innovative lineup of refreshing non-alcoholic craft beers. Visit athleticbrewing.com to find their beer in stores near you. Sean St. Jacques here with you. 9 minutes to go. Tucson looking for the first win under interim coach John Perlman in his return. After coaching this side at the League Two level, Knox puts in a good ball, falls out for a chance for Dennis, who might be, you could argue, due a goal tonight. He's hit both the left and the right posts tonight with two really good efforts. Can Tucson see out with what would be a massive result if they're able to achieve it tonight?
Replacing number 9, Mitchell Curry.
Uzo shrugs off the challenge. Referee sees nothing wrong with it. Ferriol, wonderful back heel. Adams could seal it. Oh, wonderful save by Zamudio. Great football on both ends. And it's headed down for Schenfeld to chase. So good from both sides. Tucson with wonderful attacking plays you're about to see on the right show replay. It's Adams. Ferriol, wonderfully done on the back heel. Adams looks like he's going to score, but Zamudio, who made the mistake earlier, comes up with another big save to keep Fort Lauderdale in with a chance. See there, Jason Buckner on, Mitchell Curry off. A right sure substitution here for Darren Powell's side. Curry withdrawn. And then Oweskona has already been booked here. And Edison Eskona is gone with just over 7 minutes to go for a second yellow. The first one he picked up was unnecessary in the first half. And now Fort Lauderdale are down to 10 men with 7 minutes to go, trailing by a goal. A right sure replay look. And oh my goodness, it's a really nasty challenge from Eskona. The ball is well off of the feet of Barnathan. And the Vantage West red card has been issued for a second yellow to Edison Eskona, and his night is over. We saw some of the good tonight from him, but also 2 challenges that were completely unnecessary from him as well. And Fort Lauderdale, now down a goal, are also down a man. And Barnathan being attended to here by the medical team. It's all to do now for Fort Lauderdale, who looked like they were going to possibly turn this thing around about 10-15 minutes ago. Derry Corp scored in the 34th, as Kona answered in the 48th, and Manuel Ferriol with some sensational attacking play scored the second to give Tucson the lead minutes after coming on as a substitute. And interim coach John Perlman trying to see out a win in his return to the head coaching job. Again, he was the League Two manager when Tucson were down there. Had some great success in the U.S. Open Cup. He's also managed the under-23s with OKC. And obviously has been, up until recently, Tucson's vice president of soccer operations before being given the job, replacing John Gallus. And Tucson, no, they need this one. They need 3 points on the board. John Perlman said as much to us earlier this week. This is a golden chance, up a goal. And Fort Lauderdale now, due to the second yellow card for Edison Eskona, are down to 10 men with just over 5 minutes to go as we're back underway. Ryan Rose, our great producer, letting me know 4 League One games today. 3rd red card to be given out today. Not something you normally see, to be fair, in USL League One. But red seems to have been the color of the day to a certain extent. Of course, Union Omaha with 10 men held on for a point earlier today at home against Chattanooga. Can Tucson, up a man, see this out? Allen sends it over the top. No trouble for Wallace Lapsley, who's maybe breathing a little bit more of a sigh of relief after Ferriol got the goal back that Lapsley gave away in the 48th. But Tucson still have 4 minutes to go to try and put the 3 points on the board. Meanwhile, Tucson look to be adding a couple more changes here. Charlie Dennis will be withdrawn. Noah Frankie as well. They both get a good applause here from the crowd. Frankie, of course, on a yellow.
FC Tucson, number 42. Back for number 10, Charlie Dennis. And Luca.
Right, your substitution. Luca Mastrantonio is coming on. Noah Frankie made way. Jared Odenbeck was the second change for FC Tucson. Couple of touches there into the path of Odenbeck, who just came on. Again, his substitution there confirmed by right shirt Noah Frankie, who had a really great first half, to be fair, and good at times in the second half as well. He is withdrawn. Both guys got a well-deserved hand from the crowd. It's a good header on by the substitute Buckner here. And Buckner trying to smuggle it through. Fox alleviates the pressure. The 10-man of Fort Lauderdale might as well push for it here. They have nothing to lose. Ball out wide. Rosales switches the field for Allen. Picked off by Ferriol, whose goal separates the sides. Odenbeck. Ferriol, lovely. 2 minutes to go in Tucson. Pena had to be careful with that, with Penn lurking behind him. Tucson have the man advantage. Can they see this out? Shaq Adams has acres of space to run into. He turns on the Jets. Shaq Adams keeps on going. A ball roll. He goes down in the penalty area. Zamudio gobbles it up. Well, the Roadrunner was off to the races there. Did everything but score. And it's still in the balance. Buckner with a wonderful turn. Hundel finds Allen, and his cross is blocked. Fort Lauderdale get a throw here. It's going to be interesting to see how much stoppage time there will be at the end of this. Fort Lauderdale are hoping it's going to be at least a few more minutes. Mabika now with some space to run into. Mabika keeps on going here, and his pass ends up leaving a lot to be desired, as Harden was nowhere near it. Final 50 seconds of the 90 ticking away. This would be a massive result for FC Tucson. Be a little dose of revenge as well if they can finish this off after Fort Lauderdale's 5-1 victory against them earlier this season. But Fort Lauderdale, the 10-man side, still have time to possibly snatch something from this game, as Kona was sent off 6 minutes ago. Rosales from Neville. We've played the 90 minutes. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this one. Brought to you by Right Shirt. Is there time for late drama? Penn picks it up. In for Harden, who lofts it over the top. The header is down off the post, and it's smuggled out. Buckner on the doorstep. And somehow Lapsley and company kept it out. Another look at the Right Shirt replay. It's Penn who gets it started. Harden with a lovely ball over the top to cross it in. Buckner's header was just about perfect, but it hit the post, and Lapsley just got enough on it to smuggle it out. And it ended up being a goal kick. There's still time. Fort Lauderdale down to 10, but don't feel like they've been beaten just yet. 2 minutes to go of the 3 added on. Here's Neville.
FC Tucson fans, the fourth official on the field is indicating there will be
And the ball in behind from Mabika. That was a chance. Rosales tries to hurry Tucson up here. Another look at the Right Shirt replay of the last chance. Buckner's header was fantastic. Lapsley's save, even better. Just over a minute left of the 3 added on. Header won by Neville. Shaq Adams Boots it upfield. I think anywhere will do just about at this point for Tucson. Odenbeck. Fort Lauderdale have to hurry. They have 50 seconds here. Is there one last chance? Neville dispossessed. Rosales boots it forward. Buckner couldn't get to it. Uzo into the path of Nadarsa. Neville, 30 seconds here for Fort Lauderdale. Towards Allen. It falls down right into the grasp of Wallace Lapsley, and that's got to feel good for him after his mistake earlier. Both goalkeepers have made mistakes, and both goalkeepers have made amends tonight. But it looks like Lapsley's going to have the last laugh, and so are FC Tucson. Lapsley boots it forward. Ferriol, whose goal could be the winner, finds Shaq Adams. Tucson happy to just keep it in this corner. We've had the 3 added minutes here. Pena. Oh, lovely play there, Schenfeld, to keep possession with the home side. Can't be much longer now. Here's Knox. Uzo just has to keep this in to help out the cause. He does just that. Tough to get the ball off of him, although Fort Lauderdale do so, much to Uzo's chagrin. He's had a good opening debut tonight for FC Tucson himself. Neville, there can't be much time, maybe a few seconds here. The ball downfield is off target. And it's out of play on the near side. I'm being told now that the clock inside of Kino Sports Complex not working at the moment, but there was about 30 seconds left, but it's full time. Tucson take all 3 points in John Perlman's debut and return as interim head coach of FC Tucson. 3 huge points as Tucson try to start to turn around their season in USL League One. John Perlman with a massive result in his return to the head coaching duties in League One this time for FC Tucson. Manuel Ferriol's goal ends up being the difference. He is the right shirt man of the match, a piece of real quality tonight after both goalkeepers let in goals after big mistakes. His moment was the difference, and he is the man of the match, I should say, for FC Tucson. Here is his magical moment. Manuel Ferriol deked out one, scorched it past another. It's the play of the match, brought to you by Right Shirt. It came in the 74th minute, and his second goal of the season ends up being a winning goal for FC Tucson. They win it by 2-1, and interim coach John Perlman gets a win in his return, this time in League One as the head coach of FC Tucson. A fun match tonight in the desert. Dairy Corp scored off a mistake in the first half to give Tucson the lead. Edison Escona, who would later get sent off, found the equalizer before Manuel Ferriol won it in the 74th minute. It finishes 2-1 to Tucson. We'll wrap things up next.
Kick off your shoes and go barefoot with us. Laugh with us. Yes, girl, with us. Surprise with us. Good times with us. Celebrate you with us. Strike a pose with us. Swap with us. Sip barefoot wine with us. Put down your phone and relax with us. Be you with us. Barefoot with us.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you. Tucson wins it by 2-1. They thank the fans here at the Keno Sports Complex. The Right Share final score there. 2-1, Tucson wins it. We'll take a look now at the full-time highlights from a memorable affair, to be fair, here in the desert. Tucson and Fort Lauderdale, full-time Right Share highlights here. 34th minute. It was maybe the least likely chance of Tucson's opportunities in the first half, but it ended up going into the back of the net off a Zamudio mistake. Derry Korf opened the scoring. It just scooted past him. Derry Korf's third goal of the season to lead all FC Tucson scores, and it gave the home side a 1-0 lead with 10 minutes to go in the first half. But then Wallace Lapsley made a big error in judgment here, giving it away to Edison Azcona, who dispatched it into the back of the net to level things up in the 48th minute. Both goalkeepers made crucial mistakes, and to be fair to both of them, they would both atone to them with big saves later on in the match. 49th minute. It was on the other side here where Tucson had an opportunity. Derry Korf, who was dangerous all night, put in a really good ball. It fell for a chance. Dennis tried to get on the end of it. He puts in a good effort, and Zamudio ended up making the save. 75th minute. We were looking for a piece of quality, and it was provided by the substitute Manuel Ferriol. He had just come on, wonderfully taken and wonderfully dispatched into the back of the net. His second goal this year for FC Tucson, and it would hold up as the winner, as Tucson would hold out to win by 2-1, despite FC Tucson having a man up as well, I should say. Fort Lauderdale down to 10 men. They still had a chance to equalize, but Lapsley comes up with a huge save deep into injury time. It hit off the post off a Buckner's header, and then Lapsley was able to shepherd it out for a corner kick. Full-time match stats here, 20 shots to 9 in favor of FC Tucson. Just one shot on target for Fort Lauderdale. It was the goal they scored by Azcona. Possession really evened out there in the second half, and this is what it means for FC Tucson. They move up a spot in the table to 10th. Fort Lauderdale, though there's a bunch of games in hand now for certain teams on them, are still in 4th, and North Texas now dropping to 11th place in the standings. But it's a big, big boost for interim coach John Perlman and FC Tucson as you see the Clear Channel Outdoor League One standings. Another fun affair here on a Saturday night in the desert. Derry Korf opened the scoring off a goalkeeping mistake. Azcona answered off a goalkeeping mistake as well to level the scores, but it was Manuel Ferriol's piece of magic that won it for FC Tucson. For our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Tucson, Arizona. The new era begins under John Perlman with a 2-1 Tucson win.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.